What's up, everybody? I'm Mike Berlin. You're watching Wild Pet Family, and in my last deer hunting video I was able to harvest a doe right at the end of the season. Well, what I didn't tell you is that it's not necessarily the end of the season. It was end of rifle season and end of bow season in my county. But about 15 minutes down the road, I have access to this piece of property. It's about 100 acres, and I've actually had a camera out here since early bow season, but I just didn't have the time to get out here and hunt it, and nobody else hunts it. So it was completely unpressured all year long, and the deer side out here is absolutely amazing. There is tracks, scrapes, and just evidence of constant deer traffic coming through here, and I'm excited to hunt it. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and put out the trifecta as far as deer attractants, and I'm about to show you what that looks like. All right, so what I got here is 2 50-pound bags of corn that I just picked up at Tractor Supply. You saw this in my other deer hunting video. I got some corn spike. And over here, this is a new product that you have not seen yet, and this is 4S Draw. And let me talk a little bit about this. So this is it, and this is the 10-pound bag. It actually comes in, I believe, a 5-pound bag and a 40-pound bag. I typically use the 40-pound bags throughout the season, and I just keep it on stock, keep it in my garage. But all I'm gonna need is this 10-pound bag for now, because this stuff is potent and the deer absolutely love it. And basically what it is it's grain and peanut byproduct, and the best way for me to describe it is it smells like you crushed up a bunch of honey bunches of oats. And I mean, if you poured milk on this right now, I'd eat it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start by just dumping out this corn. In the first bag, I always just put in one pile. The second bag, I just like to take it and scatter it around the edges. The next thing I'm going to do is take some of this corn spike and generously sprinkle it all over this corn pile. And this stuff smells like Smarties, and I mean, tastes good too. Not for human consumption, don't do that. Also, I was extremely generous with that, but just this can right here will treat 1,000 pounds of corn, so it'll go a long way. And last but not least, I got this 4S Draw, and I'm just gonna work it into this corn. That's it. So that's it for the feed, but I got a couple more things to do. One of which is I got a cell camera out here that I'm gonna hang up so that I don't have to keep dropping back and forth or checking SD cards, etc. It's just gonna be sent right to my phone. The last thing I got to do, and it's actually the first thing that I did before I got out here, was to make sure that the tree that I picked and this pile, there's no obstructions in between. So I had a couple small limbs that I actually broke off, and about 20 yards over there I got a pine tree that I'll be setting in, and I have a nice shooting lane already worked out, ready to go. So let me hang this camera, and I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all, it is like January 12th and probably 70 degrees out. I'm sweating my tail off. Hopefully it's a little bit cooler when I come back to hunt this. That's the camera I've had out here for, I don't know, 4 months already, so I'm gonna take it down and see what I got on it. Okay, it is 3 days later, and I actually had pictures of deer sent to my phone 4 hours after I put that out. But just wait till you see this picture. And I got that probably 30 minutes ago. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead, take a shot with my bow, make sure everything's sighted in, I'm feeling comfortable, and I'm gonna go hunt it in the morning. The last thing I want to do is get out there in the afternoon and knock down a doe while there's 10 of them standing there like you saw in that picture. Typically in the mornings, I got 2 to 3 coming in, and I don't want to educate the whole herd. Well, she's shooting right. I'm gonna throw the climber in the back of the truck, and I'm gonna go to bed because I got a big day tomorrow.
Well, good morning, everybody. It is 5:24, and I've actually been up since 4 o'clock getting a couple things together, and I'm about halfway there, and I felt the vibrate on my phone, so I pulled over here on the side of the road and checked the camera, and I actually have deer there right now. So the last thing I want to do is go in there and busting them all up. So I'm actually gonna go back to the house. I'm 5 minutes down the road and sneak in, and I'm gonna get in there early because the deer have been coming early, in as early as 4 o'clock. So hopefully I can knock one down this afternoon without alerting the whole herd. All right, guys, so right now it is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm going to go ahead and get out there early because the does have been coming in between 4:30, 5:30, so I want to give it plenty of time to rest. So I'm going to load up and start hiking it out. Made it. Let's hop in here and get to climbing. So I made it up. The only problem is the way I had my Tacticam mounted to my bow wasn't the right way, and right now my Tacticam is right below the tree, so I'm gonna try to do all the filming that I can with the GoPro because it was a bear to get up here, and I'm up here now and I don't want to make any noise. So let me get this thing set up, and hopefully we get some action soon. Yesterday afternoon they got in here at about 4:55, and it is now about 4:20. So if they're acting like they were yesterday, should get some action pretty soon here. It's getting a little too dark to see my pin, so I think I'm gonna pack it up and go about this a different way. Alright, well, all I saw was that spike buck, and I'm back to the truck now, but I figured since I've already gone in there and made a bunch of noise, I'm gonna do it just a little bit more. What I got sitting on my toolbox is a ground blind. I went to Walmart and they had all their ground blinds on clearance, so I went ahead and got some while I could at a good price. But I think the main thing is I just got in there. I got in there super early, but I made a lot of noise, and that's the one thing I don't like about climbing stands, is they're just rattly, especially with these Georgia pine trees around here. So let's go get this ground blind up, and I'll keep on monitoring the camera and come out here and hunt them again when it's right. Well, I'll go ahead and give this a rest for a couple days, but it should definitely be a lot more comfortable. There it is. This thing's actually a lot nicer than I thought it would be. I'm impressed. All right, y'all, I'm back, and it's actually 2 days later, and I got these pictures sent to my phone this morning. So what I'm gonna do is sneak out there early, and I'm gonna sit in the blind, and hopefully I'm gonna kill a doe, because the last thing I want to do is wish for something today that I had an opportunity on yesterday. So I'm gonna pack up, get in the truck, and I'll see you in the morning. Well, you're probably wondering why I'm on the ground. It's about 10 seconds ago, my chair just busted out from underneath me. I'm crashing down on everything, and it's about 9:30, and whatever was in the area is definitely spooked out now, so I'm gonna get out of here. So much for that chair. I think I'm gonna have to retire that one. Yeah, the crappy part about it is I had a couple does working about 60, 70 yards in front of me, and they were just slowly making their way through the woods. They had no interest in coming over my way, but they weren't spooked. As soon as I lost sight of them, that's when my chair broke. So I don't know, just one of those days. I'll try again.
What's going on, guys? This is the third hunt out here, and it's been pouring all day long and about 42 degrees. So I don't know if the deer are going to be bedded down or they're going to be ready to get up, move around a little bit, get something to eat before they go to bed. Regardless, I'm going to give it a shot. This is probably going to be my last time I'm going to be able to get out in the deer woods unless I get some, pretty awful weather this week based on my work schedule and we get out of there early. So figured I might as well give it a shot, and let's go get a doe. That last hunt definitely did not go as expected, but it's late season. These deer have been hunted for the last 4, almost 5 months, and they're super on edge. And I find especially the does are, and especially a mature one like that, there's a reason she got to be that old, and she made it off. So, but that's all right. You win some, you lose some. And unfortunately, I found myself in the same predicament that I had in my last deer hunting video, and that is when the sun goes down, the season ends. So I'm going to try to get out there and see if I can't bag my last doe of the year on the very last day.
All right, it's 3:30. They've been coming in at about 5 o'clock. So I'm just gonna hang tight here. I'm all settled in and wait for the does to show up because there's plenty of them that come in. Fingers crossed, I hope I didn't just jinx myself. All right, see you. All right, y'all. Once again, with only a couple minutes to spare, got the job done. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the steer dragged out, load it in the truck, get back to the house, start cleaning it. But all I want to say is when you get a second chance, take advantage of it. This bow hunting is extremely difficult. So when you screw up and you miss, well, just try again. Not only is it a feat to get within 20 to 40 yards of a deer, if that happens, then call it a success. In order to finish the job and put a deadly kill on that animal, that's another thing in itself. So I encourage you, keep hunting, just get out there, and if you fail, learn from your failures. And I'm just thankful that I get to relive this moment once more. Last day of the season, sun is setting, walk away on a good note. But till then, I'll see you on the next hunt or in the kitchen or wherever it may be. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. I got some work to do.